Today's video, let's see how cold I can get that intake down to. Hello and welcome to ET Garage. I'm Eugene Tordo. Today's video is, like I said, it's going to be about how cold I can get my air intake temperature on my intake manifolds. And the way I'm going to do that is, well, I took the Corvette out earlier this morning and we got like record, we're having record cold temperatures for this time of year. First light this morning, it was at 3 degrees. By the time I got out this morning with the car and down the highway, it was around 12 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius, which I think is about minus 14 degrees Celsius. I don't know. I'll post it up here if I remember. But basically, I went out with my 90 Corvette. If you're not familiar with it, my 90 Corvette has a 385 stroker L98 in it, and I've done a bunch of other air intake tests before in the past, where I measured temperatures at the air cleaner, and pretty much like I did in this test, I just didn't do it when it was this cold. And I wanted to see just how cold I could get it down, and I did data log it. Same with those other videos. I'll try and leave links to them if I can remember. And I'll move the camera around and go over more about my setup. But I did manage to get the intake temperature down, and this is measured inside the plenum, at the rear of the plenum of the intake. I got it down to 18.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Which is pretty damn cold. And I actually feel like when I went down the highway, and came back up on a return trip where I got it down to the coldest. I actually feel I got it down to where I think my intake runners were icing up internally. And I'll go over that here more in a second. But it felt like it was running rough and bogging down a little bit. And that's the only thing I could think of. It wasn't running real bad, but it was just, you can tell it was down on power. When I first went out on the highway, of course, it felt like the lower your intake temperature, the more power you make, as long as you add the fuel to compensate for the difference in air temperature. And whenever you lower your air intake temperature, I think you gain like 1 to 1.5%, depending where you look it up on the internet, for every 10 degrees colder. So normally in the summer, I might run around, on a hot summer day, I might run around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I was running down to 18.5, so it was over 100 degrees colder. And you can feel, especially in a tune port, if you're not familiar, never driven a tune port, you notice a big power increase on a cold day. Because tune ports tend to just suck up heat. They just absorb so much heat, in my opinion, anyway. But let me move the camera around and we'll go over that. And then we'll go inside and on the computer and we'll look at the data log and I'll show you the temperatures and whatnot. All right, here it is, my 385 tune port. If you're not familiar with tune port intakes, they have the long intake runners. And they were made like from 85 to 91 on the Corvette. I'm pretty sure the same for the Camaros and Firebirds. If anyone wants to correct me in the comment section, go ahead. But this does have AS&M large tube runners and ported base, ported plenum, trick flow heads, mild cam, all that stuff. And a BBK 52mm throttle body. The IAC housing coolant is bypassed. In other words, the IAC housing is heated with coolant from the coolant hose. And a lot of people do is they bypass that. So this way it creates less intake heat. I'll go into that more in a minute. If you look over here, I have a plug, and at one point I removed my intake manifold temperature sensor and relocated it there and did some data logging. And did that, like I said, did that in another video. I believe I had my other intake on at that time when I did it. I can't remember, but I'll leave a link to the video. And took air temperature readings from there. The air temperature readings at the air cleaner housing are exactly the same as the outside air. So it's basically the factory air cleaner is basically a cold air intake. Like I said, the intake temperature sensor is located in the plenum on the bottom. The only way to get to it is to remove this plenum. And usually they're known for getting heat soaked. These long tube runners basically suck up a lot of heat, and the base also sucks up a lot of heat. So that's the one thing about the tune port. That's why in the winter time when you're driving, if you've ever driven a tune port, you notice a big power increase. And we'll go inside, we'll go on my computer, and we'll look at those the data log from the air take temperatures that I got. All right, here we are in the house. I got the Tuner Pro up. If you're wondering what I use to log, I use Tuner Pro on my laptop. And we'll go on the screen, and I'll see if I can get some screen capture of what we're looking at. And I'll do a voiceover and all that good stuff. And hopefully it will come out pretty good and easy for everyone to understand. All right, here we are on the PC looking at Tuner Pro. And if you look right now, I'm idling. And intake manifold temperature is around 71, oil is about 100 degrees, and engine temperature is just getting up to 149. As we go down the highway, we'll speed ahead here, and you'll notice the manifold intake temperature starts to drop. See how much it drops here. 71 drops to 39, to 24, 33, comes back up again. Eventually 18.5 degrees. Now, let's see. Bring that back a little bit. Yeah, right there. 18.5 degrees Fahrenheit. And engine temperature is at 174, oil temperature is 173. Yeah, it got pretty damn cold. And on the return trip home, you could feel, it felt like everything, like it was starting to lose power. Right here, it felt like it had a lot of power, but eventually I think the intake runners and the throttle body started to ice up, because I do have the throttle body heater hose bypassed. People do that to get colder air intake charge, and there's no way I can compare the two, but that's how cold the intake temperature got. Now it was 12 degrees outside according to the temperature gauge on my car, and so it was about 6-degree difference between the outside air and the manifold intake air. Of course, that air heats up as it goes through the runners and down through the base, and by the time it gets to the intake valves, probably got a little bit more temperature in it. But come all the way back down to where I'm idling, and you can see the temperature warmed up while I was idling in the driveway. They slowed down. I got down and started to warm up all the way to about 62 degrees. I was idling in the driveway. Of course, the engine temperature came up to 171 and the oil temperature 173. But if you look at the IOC, it's at 45, and that's high. Normally I'm around 20. So I'm thinking that the passage, the little tiny passage that is used for idle, air passage, that goes past the IAC valve, was probably starting to ice up. So I had to open up more to let more air in. So let's wrap this video up, I guess. All right, so I got the, as you can see on the data log, I got the air temperature down to 18.5 degrees, which was really cold for air intake temperature. I actually think either the throttle body was icing up or the intake runners were icing up on those long tube intakes. I wish I pulled over and used like my IR gun or something. I didn't have my IR gun with me. I didn't think about it. I could have pulled over somewhere and maybe took a temperature of the intake runners right away. Jumped out of the car and popped the hood and jumped out of the car and took a quick reading on the intakes before they had a chance to warm back up. But I didn't think they would get that cold. And the factory air cleaner on a C4 Corvette is a cold air intake. Like I said, I've recorded it before by mounting the intake temperature sensor on the air cleaner itself, measuring the air right there where it comes in through the air cleaner, and it's the same as the outside temperature. And it was down to 12 degrees outside according to the temperature gauge that's on the dash in the car. And it was that seems to match my outdoor thermometer. So if you factor in wind speed and all that coming in, it probably, basically warmed up about 6 degrees from the air cleaner got to the air plenum. Of course, it warms up more as it goes down to the intake valve because it has to go through that lower base and everything. I'm sure it absorbs some heat from there, plus whatever the temperature of the fuel is. Getting mixed into it right there at the opening of the port just before it hits the intake valve. But that's the coldest I have ever recorded intake temperature. Would be interesting to get it on a dyno and somehow get the air intake temperature that cold. I'm not sure how you could do that. You'd have to run some type of ducking system from the outside in the wintertime to the air cleaner and do it that way, but it would be interesting. Anyway, leave your thoughts down in the comment section. That's all I have right now for this week. Anyway, everybody have a great day and God bless.